Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this look. Going to try to break down the different steps of eyeshadow for you, show you exactly what brushes to use in what areas, what kind of motions to make with your brush, how to prime your eyeshadow so that your eyeshadow lasts all day and stays in place and shows up really nicely true to color. So if you're interested in learning my tips and tricks about eyeshadow, please keep watching. So the first thing that you want to do is prime your eyelids just so that your eyeshadow stays on all day. I use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, but if you don't have an eyeshadow primer, you can use concealer. Not only is this going to make the eyeshadow last all day and not crease up and get oily on your lids, but also it cancels out any of the blue veins and redness that I have on my lids to really make the eyeshadows show up the color that they're supposed to be. And once you have the primer on, next thing that you want to do is set it. You can either use an eyeshadow that's just kind of like beige, skin colored, bone colored, or you can use your setting powder. I'm going to use my setting powder because I happen to have it right here. And we're just going to set the primer. You may also notice that I have extra setting powder right here. I'm baking my under eyes. The majority of my face makeup is done already, but I'm just leaving some extra setting powder right here to make my makeup last longer and also to catch any fallout while I'm doing my eyeshadow. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible. So I'm going to use the Modern Renaissance palette. Why isn't that focusing? And I'm going to stick to just using 3 colors. The first color that I'm going to use is this light color right here called Tempera. You can see I use it all the time. I've already hit pan on it. And I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. To also make this as simple as possible, I'm going to use the brush that it comes with, since most people have this. But typically what I would be using for this step instead would be a flat brush. It is the 239 flat brush from MAC. Focus. And that one also just makes it really easy to put the shadow exactly where you want it, which is just right underneath where you filled in your brows on your brow bone. I try to stay away from highlighting my brow bone with anything shimmery. I admit I used to do that as a kid, but that's not attractive to have like too much shimmer right there. So the next thing I'm going to do is pick up Burnt Orange from the same palette. You can see I also use that constantly. I've also hit pan on that. And anything with, like in this color tone, like probably the color of like a bronzer, is good. I usually just use any orangey brown, like soft brown from MAC, or almost any palette will come with a good transition color. From this Anastasia palette, the Tamana palette, I use Bengal. You can see again, hit pan on that one. The Mario palette has, ooh, cracked one of them. Isabel, right here. That's a really good transition color to use. So just like an orangey brown color. And you want to use the fluffy side of your brush for this. Again, I'm going to use the brush it came with just to make it easy, but typically what I would grab would be my MAC 224 brush, which is just a really awesome blending brush. So now we're going to take this and put this in our crease. Also, you don't want to pick up too much product. You want to just have a little bit. And then if you want more, go back in and get more. So just like dab it and then shake off any excess powder just by hitting your hand or hitting the brush against a surface. And we're going to work that into the crease. And this is a step you want to do with any eyeshadow look. Even if you're going for like a black, smoky eye, if you just put the black right on your skin instead of building up a gradient so that it can look blended, it's going to look terrible. So this is definitely an important step. I basically will start off every single eyeshadow look that I do with highlighting, with, I'm not even going to say a white, like an off-white or bone-colored highlight that doesn't have much shimmer. This one isn't completely matte, but it's close to it. And then using a transition color. Next, for the crease, just to keep it simple, I'm gonna use the dark brown Cypress Umber. Now this is where you can start to get like creative with your eyeshadow. You can put something else on the outside, like maybe one of those pink or red shades. As long as it's matte, any color will do. It's very important that you don't really want to put shimmer in your crease, so as your transition color, or on the crease here, which is going to be the dark brown color that we're going to use. Because the colors won't blend together as nicely and they'll start to get muddy. That's also another common mistake that I think people make, is to using too many shimmery colors. The next color that we use will be shimmery, so I'll show you exactly how to use shimmer and work with shimmer. So I have a little bit of the brown on my brush. I'm just going to shake off any excess and start working this on my outer portion of my eye and crease. Then before we go too far, we're going to switch back to the fluffy blending brush, and without picking up any more product, just blend it into the orangey brown color that we already have on there. Now I just went in and packed on more color. For the packing motion, you want to go like this versus the windshield wiper motion, which would be a blending motion like this. So I packed on some more color. And then I'm going to switch back to that blending brush again. And just make sure that the edges seamlessly blend in. If any fallout comes down here or your line isn't straight, you could pick up your concealer brush and just kind of create like a concealer wing. I mean, you don't see the concealer on the skin, it just gives you that really sharp edge. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, and now for the fun part that everyone loves, going to now use a shimmery color. I'm going to use Vermeer, which is this light pinkish shimmer. The lights are kind of too bright. It's like a light pink shimmer. And I'm going to be picking that up with my the MAC 239 flat brush that I was talking about before. And we're going to be using that packing motion. So I'm going to look down into my mirror so I can see my whole eyelid and just start packing on this color. We don't want to rub this color in, like windshield wiper it into the brown, because then we're going to start to get a muddy look. So instead we're just going to pack it on. I'm also going to carry this right here as an inner corner highlight. Just switching back to the blending brush with no product on it, just to soften any lines. And that's it. That completes this eye look today. Now, different things, once you have this mastered with just these 3 basic colors, that's when you can start switching things up. I would stick with using the same formation of the transition, the crease color on the outer part, and then a shimmer on the inside, but just use different colors. Instead of a light pinkish shimmer, you can use a gold shimmer, or any color really that you can think of. And then on the outer part, instead of using the brown, maybe try a purple or a pink or red, burgundy, different colors like that. Just make sure that you start with your transition shade, and then just pick any color that you want for the crease color, as long as it's matte, and it should blend in just the same way. And then pick a matching color or something that's going to complement each other with your shimmery color, and just start interchanging these 2 shades and keep this and this the same. Hope that makes sense. And if you just stick to doing that, you should have it completely mastered. And then you can try different styles, like maybe doing like a halo effect, where you have the darker color on the outer portion and the inner portion, and then just the shimmery color in the middle. Or maybe then you can try to start to work with glitter. You know, if you wanted to take this look a step further and use some glitter, I would recommend adding another base on so the glitter has something to stick to. Things for that would be, I like this glitter glue. This one's by Violet Voss. I'm sure a bunch of different companies have one though. Other things that I would use would be like a gel eyeliner. If you were doing like a darker colored glitter, sometimes they'll show up better on top of a dark base like black, just so in case there's any skin showing through in between the specks of glitter, it can look a lot cooler sometimes depending on the color. If it's on a black base, be a lot more dramatic rather than having like this glitter, for instance. This one here, I used this one not too long ago. Something like this, and I'll show you, looks a lot better on top of a black base. You can see here, I have it on my finger. As you can see how it looks on my finger, you can kind of see like a little bit of skin poking through, and it doesn't look quite as dramatic as it could. Now I'll put another finger in this black gel liner, and I'll put glitter on that finger, and you can see the difference between the two. How just by having a black base, don't mind the black liner right there, but just by having a black base and seeing black through instead of skin through, it just makes it like so much more dramatic and completely change the look. So you could use a glitter glue, you could use a black gel liner, something like this. This is MAC medium mixing liner. And in that case, you would just dab a little bit of this on top of your eye look, like that. And then just press on the glitter right on top of that. I don't want to use this color today on this, but let me see if I can just grab a lighter colored glitter and I'll add that on. Going to use this light colored glitter. This is called White Gold. It's by Glitter Injections. And I'm going to just apply it with my MAC flat brush. And just use those same packing motions, packing it or patting it right on top, just like we did with that color. And by using this medium mixing liner, it should keep it in place all day and not have it fall down on your face and different things like that. I'm just going to finish off the other eye, make it match. So now that the eyeshadow is done, I'm just going to brush away this setting powder. I'm going to be adding a little bit of blush. For blush, I'm using Wet n Wild blush and Mellow Wine. And then I'm going to be highlighting with the Glow Kit. I'm going to use the color Bubbly. And then the color Sunburst to highlight my nose. For lashes today, I'm going to be using new lashes that were just sent to me by Hello Lashes. I think they are faux mink lashes. These are in the style Lena. Before I apply the lashes, I'm just going to apply a light coat of mascara. And again. Now for the lower lash line, I'm just going to run some of the same colors along the bottom. First, I'm going to take Burnt Orange. And just run that along the bottom portion of my eye. I'm going to line my waterline with some black gel liner. I'm going to be using the Inglot gel liner and an angled brush. I prefer to line my waterline with a gel than a pencil. I just think it lasts longer. So I always had the issue when I used to use pencil years ago that as my eyes would water throughout the day, the pencil would just kind of like disappear. This gel stays on forever. Even the Maybelline gel works really well on the waterline too. I also just took the gel a little bit on the top lid on the inside part, just so where my lashes band ends, the eyeliner picks up, so it looks more natural. Now I'm going to be picking up a pencil brush and that brown color that we used earlier on the Crease, the Cypress Umber. And I'm just going to be smudging the black eyeliner on the waterline into the lower lash line. I don't know if you can tell because I'm not completely zoomed in, but just on the lower lash line how much softer it looks, whereas this liner looks really harsh. And we don't want that. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara to my lower lashes. For lips today, I'm going to be using the shade Reezy by Lovello Cosmetics. And that completes this look for today. I really hope that you guys are able to learn something from this. And again, just practice really makes perfect. Just keep trying this look over and over. And I promise if you just use an orangey brown transition shade, a brown, dark brown crease color, and a light shimmery lid color, and just use these techniques, maybe switch up the brushes that you're using, Make sure to use a primer like the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot that I used in this video, and you'll definitely improve your eyeshadow game. Like always, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And also, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram at makeup_Cara. Bye.